Welcome to another episode of Crazy Craft Updated. We finished off this last time. I say finished off, there's still a lot of things I gotta do. But we made this. We got this nice center tree with like a little balcony to it. We got some ultimate armor. We're cooking on that. We have a great new ME system and power system. This is holding all our extra items and stuff. And we have 4 heat generators that are just pushing power into these things, filling up these tubes. But before we continue on with this episode, I would like to read a comment from somebody by the name of Yandere. They said, for EMC generation, instead of using the energy condenser multi-block, use the power flowers with the watches. It'll produce a bunch of EMC automatically instead of having to grab it manually. So I researched this because I was looking at these and I was like, man, these things work like a charm, man. Look at this. Let me put this back on the wall. Apparently, you can make power flowers that make like this multi-block structure fit into one, which is really, really cool. By the way, some of you probably see this chest and are like, Evan, what does this chest do? Well, this has all the items for things we're going to be doing today. So let me grab this section up here because we're going to need this. So I'm going to be making a Pac-Man pet. It auto eats when you are hungry. And it also has a super damage boost. So if I like right click, I'll do more damage. So to make this, I need golden nuggets and a cookie, which a cookie is made with 2 wheat and cocoa bean. Now, I got a cocoa bean from receiving this sand in a string mesh, and it was like a 3% chance to get it, and I got one. And I, of course, EMC'd it. So we're going to quickly make a stack of cookies, and I'm going to learn these for future needs. I don't know what I'll need them for, but just in case. And then, of course, we need golden nuggets. So I'm going to grab a good bit of golden nuggets. And right there is a Pac-Man pet. Now, the only thing we need to carry with us is cookies. And now, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if I need to have... Okay. Well, I guess during that time I had an attack boost. I don't know how much damage extra I do, but I do more damage. And it says it auto eats when you are hungry. I don't know if I need food or if it'll do it for me. I'm going to put the corn away and see what happens. I'm just going to let it... I'm going to see if it auto fills up my hunger. I don't know if it will or if there's like a system I have to do, but I'm just gonna let it do its thing. I'm now gonna mess with these power flowers. I wanna see what these are all about. So I actually needed these basic EMC links. The things I made, we actually needed these. Okay, so if you throw these antimatter relays, the Mark 1s, into the crafting table, you get basic relays. And then if you do the Mark 2s, you get the Mark 2s, but we're doing the first ones, the Mark 1s first. So we're going to grab all of these. If I grab all the Mark 1s, same thing with those. So we now have these together. And we will learn these because we'll probably need a lot of those. And with these and a little bit of crafting, so if we make a basic compressed collector, which is just 9 of these, like so, bam, we grab 2 of these. We can make a single basic power flower. So boom, a basic power flower. Now, according to this, if I just place it down, yes, 102 EMC a second. So if I hold shift, I believe, yes, see, you can see it's going up 102 a second. But we can expand this by going to Mark II, which is just the dark versions of these. So we just need to make the Mark II of these versions. So let's do that. So we made the dark relays by just putting them in the crafting table and the dark collectors by just putting them in the crafting. And then all we gotta do is make dark collectors, like the dark compressed ones, by going like so. So now we can put this in there and grab a second one. And let's make sure all of this is learned. And then all we gotta do is make a Mark II of the EMC link, which is just more of the covalence dust. And then we also need some dark matter. So let's grab some dark matter, throw that in there. And I believe we can make one of the dark EMC link Mark IIs. And boom, now we have a dark power flower Mark II, which then doubles what we make. So 102, this makes 306, I think is what that said. And this can also be increased as these tick rates go up, you know. So now we can make a Mark III. I think we should go Mark III, see what happens. And in our crafting table, if we throw these together, you get red relays. So I'm gonna grab those, EMC those, grab a good chunk of them. So then if we use the dark collector Mark IIs and some red matter, we get the red collectors Mark III. We'll grab an extra one of those to make 9. And then with these 9, we can make a red compressed collector Mark III. And then we also need to upgrade this to a red EMC link, which is 2 red matter and all that dust. So as you can see, bam, now we have a Mark III. Learn that as well. And with all that, we can now make a red power flower Mark III, which generates EMC once every 20 ticks, which is 20 a second. And that produced EMC is 1,000 a second. So right here alone, these 3 make 1,400 a second. No extra of these. So let's add, I don't know if this will work, but we can give it a shot. If we add a watch of flowing time to these guys, does it go faster? So now they do 27,000 EMC a second, which is a lot. 10,000 a second. So we're already, these power flowers are already, with just 1 watch of flowing time, doing insane amounts of numbers. But I think we can go 1 more, which generates 4,000 EMC a second, which will then be doubled because ticks will be going faster. And these need magenta matter, which is something we haven't made yet. But we take 3 red matter and some alternative fuel. Fuel. So then if we go like this, we can make 1 magenta matter. Somebody just subscribed to my channel. So then magenta matter, we learned that. Let's get 2 of these. I believe if we can make, with these red relays, 1 magenta relay Mark IV. We then need to make the magenta compressed collectors. We need the red collectors Mark III and some magenta. So, okay, so then we take these and we make the magenta collector Mark IVs. Learn this. And with these together, we make 1 compressed version of that. And then all we need is to grab 2 of the magenta things, and using the dust, we can then make a Mark IV magenta EMC link. Learn that. And with everything we have in our inventory, I believe we can make a magenta power flower Mark IV, 59 million EMC. So right now we're making 27,000 EMC a second. If I add this, 100,000 EMC a second. 100,000. All right, before that happens, okay, where did that go? Thank you. Before that goes, let me learn these, because these guys can be duplicated, so we might as well learn them. 100,000 EMC a second. I mean, you can't complain about it. Like, look at this thing go. Bam, bam, bam. Now, I don't know if a second watch of flowing time will actually do anything, but you know what? There's always time to experiment, and today is the day. Any faster? Whoo! 200,000 EMC a second. Yeah, your boy is cooking a little bit. He just ate for me. Wow, what a guy. I don't know how long I'll use this. I just thought it would be helpful to us. Okay, so if you guys remember the first comment that we got over here by Senor Hombre, he talked about, you know, traveling, having the set home feature, and I talked about in that video that we have a solution. And we do. And if we look in our chest here, our items are here. So we're going to just take all these because we're going to need all of it. All of this stuff that we're going to be doing today is involving Ars Nouveau. And if you don't know what Ars Nouveau is, I've been using it in my builds. This is an Ars Nouveau tree. These are Ars Nouveau wood. But today we're going to actually build stuff out of the Ars Nouveau resources. But first I need some blocks. I need a path here. I need some kind of path here. All right, so we'll kind of work around this area, but okay. I just realized I have 144 million EMC. Bro, it is cooking so much EMC. Okay, so we need to make some Ars Nouveau stuff. And how do we make that stuff? Well, we need a couple things. Let's start off with the arcane core, which requires arcane stone and some gold. To make the stone, we need stone and a source gem, which is not EMCable. Very important detail there. So let's take some of the stone. We'll do about 2 of those, and we'll make some arcane stone. And with this, we'll make ourselves the first thing we need, which is the arcane core. We then need to make a pedestal, which is more of this arcane stone. So let's make some more arcane stone, and we will make, I think we need 8 of these. So let's just make as many as we can. I think we need 8. So let's make 6 of those, that right there, and that should get us all we need. There we go. The arcane pedestal. That should be 8. I think that's all we need. And if my memory serves correctly, let's see if it does. You should just be able to, let's actually make this look really cool. Can this stuff be made into cooler things, like design-wise? Okay, so I have these smooth bricks. I don't know how I'll like them just yet, but for now, this is where it'll sit. Arcane core in the middle, and you can do pedestals around it? Okay, I truly don't know how this works, but maybe something like this. And I know we need one more thing, which is this enchanting apparatus, which easily can be made with our diamonds and stone and stuff like that. Enchanting apparatus. I know we need that. So I'll put this, what, like on top? Again, I don't know if that's where that goes, but I'm going off of memory here and it's not great. Now, does it go okay, hear me out. I think it goes 4 source gems in these pedestals, and inside the enchanting apparatus, you put a seed. Okay, my memory's cooking. Okay, that worked. I just made a mage bloom seed. Oh my god. Okay, wait, I might be cooking right now. My memory is kind of remembering these things. So with these mage bloom seeds, these are very important for us. But this should cover all this area. And what I'm gonna do is place this down, grab some bone meal, and just go crazy. Because there is a way, I think, to put in like a botany thing or whatever, but this is just easier. So boom, we got 15 mage blooms, and these actually make mage bloom fibers is what we're looking for. Now, these actually cannot be crafted from anything else. Like, I can't produce these and then make more, you know what I'm saying? All right, quickly, let me do this. What?
You have EMC diamonds, 306 million. Bro's using a stone shovel.
Stone hoe works like a charm. All right, let's go down to the mines real fast. I need to find... Oh, sorry. I need to go find some more source gem because we have some, but you can always have more. Because this is not an infinite renewable resource, I want to get as much of this as possible from these mines that I have down here. There we go. Okay, I need you. Let's go. All right, we're in the mine dimension. Fossilized Hercules beetle. That's one of the bosses. We need that. All right, but that's not what I came here for. I came for something a bit different. There we go. More source gem. Scorpion. Is it like the scorpion boss? Or is it just a scorpion, like scorpion? All right, this should be enough source gem. I feel like I got a good bit of this, so let it die, let it die, let it shrivel up and die. Wait, I'm all out of power. From what? Okay, I don't know what's causing this to lose all this power. I mean, there's nothing else connected to it. I'll have to look into that. That's kind of weird. But now we can go back over here. Let's quickly make some more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make some more of these things here. We're going to make as many of these as we can. And the cool thing is this doesn't take source, which source is a big part of this mod. So I'm very happy it doesn't take, you know, a lot of resources. Bird? Okay. That's a start. I mean, it's not bad. It's not great. It's just like fairly in the middle. But the reason I want to do this is because I want to bone meal all this. And of course, get as much of this as I can for what we're making today. It's so satisfying. When this all grows, it's going to look really cool. Now, this stuff is very important to us because, okay, again, I don't know what's causing this to lose power. Truthfully. Oh, I know what it is. 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 All right, let's set this out here with these. So we'll go Mark 3, Mark 4, Mark 1, and Mark 2. And we'll go bam, bam. There we go. Okay, we're now making a million, almost. We're making 800,000 EMC a second because I moved it out here. The reason why this wasn't working, I'm gonna take a guess, is that this thing was going so fast that it couldn't keep up. Like this tick rate was going so fast. That's gonna be my guess. Could be wrong though. Like if I put a watch of flowing time here, does this make this go faster, you think? Let's. We gotta test it one way or another. Okay, so it does go a bit faster. Okay, does that give that this more? There we go. So now that makes it a little bit faster. Whew. Okay, so the reason we needed this Mage Bloom is because if we use this in the crafting table, we make Mage Bloom fibers. And these fibers are very important to us because we need to make, with paper and this Mage Bloom stuff around, we can make a blank parchment. And these, again, are not EMCable. Anything from this mod is normally not EMCable. But we need these items, this blank parchment, specifically for a warp scroll. And to make that is 4 source gems, 4 lapis, and a blank parchment. So if we make this, and let's go to like the front door of our house, okay? So if it says use while sneaking to set a location. If I hold shift, well, control for me, and right click, my location is now set up. So right there is my warp. That's where I'm going to be warping to. So if I fly thousands of blocks away, all right, let's fly to the sky thing, okay? So let's head this way. So here's that sky thing I wanted to explore. Looky here. Probably not some crazy loot, but there is a lot of cool guys. Hello, villagers. You're a little mason. It's like a little town up here, man. And look, it's got some cool loot. Very, very cool stuff. Anyway, so I'm done exploring here, okay? With the magic of this warp scroll, if I right click, I'm home, which is pretty cool. So with that, I'm going to then make another one of these because they are consumed per use. I want to get rid of that, you know, I don't want to lose it each time. I don't have to make it each time. And to do that, if I grab these ender pearls and these blaze powder, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. If I use 4 blaze powder right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 ender pearls with our set warp scroll. Okay, well, I thought that's how you did it, but I guess that's not, because it says there's no recipe found when I do it. Well, that is going to be useful because we know how to make it. So I'll just have one in my inventory ready to go. So that's a bit of the start to Ars Nova. I think we want to do more Ars Nova. I think there's some spells you can make that are really useful. You could probably make a spell that does teleport you back to your home. By the way, just hit 1 billion EMC. These things are insane. Like, I don't even need these. Like, I don't. These are not needed anymore. Like, we are still cooking on EMC. Is this excessive? Or is this genius? All right, the last thing I want to do, before this episode ends is first off, get rid of this Pac-Man pet, because no offense to the Pac-Man pet, but it's just not that good. Secondly, I want to go to the rainbow ant dimension. Now, all these unstable and brown ants are spawning. I have a rainbow one, but it's not spawning them. So let's move it over here for now, just so we get one to spawn. Oh, I actually don't know what's in this dimension, but I guess there's only one way to find out. Villages afar. All right. This is the villager dimension. This has tons of villages. I mean, these could have really good resources, but normally they don't. They have like these black lotuses and stuff, which are cool, but I don't think they're going to be that useful to us. And we got guards in the area. I wonder what they're guarding. A double chest here. A little book. What is this? The bestiary. Okay. For ice and fire. Bestiary lectern. Okay. Manuscripts and books. And looky right here. The golden apple cows. I need these guys. Like, I need to take one of these home. This anthill has not seemed to be implemented yet. Wow, okay. We only have unstable left. And I know what's in the unstable ant dimension, so I'm not ready for that yet. But we should be able to in the next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. We did a lot of Ars Nova stuff. We got Mage Bloom seeds. We got these things here. We made a warp scroll so we could teleport home whenever we need to. Let me know down in the comments if you know more about that stuff, because I swear you can make it infinite, like you never use it up. I might not be far enough into Ars to do that, so if you guys have any help or comments that would be helpful and want it read in the episode, let me know down below. You could say things got very magical today.